Python batch 60, which is completed recently. Here login.java. Okay, this is one of the Java file where I have written code to log into the source demo application. Log into the source demo application. Once again, I am telling you, I will explain the Selenium course again once we are done with the Java. Okay, so as of now, just remember, whenever I created a Java class, that class is going to be created with the same as like file name, and there is main function for us in Java. Not only Java, whatever programming we are using, the execution will starts from main function only. Okay, this is called it as a main function or method, both are same. Functions or methods both are same. So whenever the code founds that main keyword in the program, the execution starts from here only. Okay, so here I have initialized the driver, and after that I will set up the path. So you already know the steps how to automate, right? But here, before going to automate, you should tell the system that on which browser you are going to run the login page validation. That's the reason I set the properties here. System.set property webdriver.gecko.driver. Here gecko means Firefox driver. For Chrome, we are calling it as Chrome only. For Edge, we are calling it as Edge only. For coming to the Firefox, we are naming it the driver as a Gecko. Okay, you should download this Gecko driver from the GitHub. I will share the links while explaining the Selenium codes. Okay, so driver equal to new Firefox driver. Driver.manage.windows.maximize is nothing but whenever that browser is open, if it is in the minimized mode like this, sometimes the browsers will open in the minimized mode like this. At that time we can maximize the screen. For that purpose this line is used. And after the driver.getOff, that URL, website URL, www.sourcedemo.com, it's a web URL which we are going to navigate in the browser. Once it is navigate, we have to send the username and password, click on the login button. Okay, that is the procedure steps what we do manually. So automation is here is nothing but we are telling to the system that please do these steps, please do these steps. Okay, this won't for this you people have to import some Selenium jar files to run this code. I already imported. So here in project level we have to import. Right click on the project. But I will tell again. Okay, I'm just showing the basic test case to execute. Come to the properties, Java build path. Here we need to import the Selenium jar files. Once we imported the Selenium jar files, then apply and close. Then the code will become error free. Okay. So if I right click on this and run as Java application, now you can see how it will execute. It will open the Firefox browser and then it's navigate to the sourcedemo.com, and then it will pass the username and password, and then it will click on the login button. Now the browser is open, navigating to that particular application, entering the username password, click on login button. So this is the automation what happened through the code. Clear how the automation will be there? Clear guys or not clear?
Yes.
Okay, good, good. So let's go to our actual today topics: variables, data types, and arrays. Okay. Please remember, guys, the topics which I am explaining are very, very important in the interview point of view, in the Selenium point of view as well. Because in interviews, if you have less than 3 years and 4 years of experience, they won't expect you to explain all the frameworks. They just look you guys are good at the logic building or not. Okay. So if you know the one programming language, then you can practice on the different logics and then can find a easily find a good logics. Okay. So here today we are going to discuss variables, data types, and then arrays. Very, very important topic. Arrays is very, very important topic. Let me open a material. I will share the material, automation materials. We have three materials in the automation as I explained in the demo session here. Coming to the class notes, We have three, right? We have three documents. Okay, I'm not sure. The few people are not yet confirmed their slot for their automation. So we'll see further today, and from tomorrow I will share this first material session 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there you have some basic things about the concepts which you are going to explain in the class. Okay, so let's go to the variables part. Yeah, here you can see variables and data types, right? So here you can see a variable is a container which holds the value while the Java program is executed. A variable is assigned with the data type, and variable is the name of the memory location. Name of the memory location. He is telling that variable is a container which holds some value. For example, if you want to store anything at your home like vegetable or curry or else water, whatever it is, you will use some container to hold that material, right? In similar way, if you want to store any data in the memory of in the memory, then you should use one variable to hold the data, that value in the Java program. Okay, so how can you declare the variables? It should be assigned with the data type. Okay, so if you want to lend the variable, first you should know the data type. Okay, so for example here, int space a equal to 10. It means that a is a variable holding the value 10, which is the type of integer. It is a data type. This is data type, this is variable, this is value. Okay, so with the help of the data types, we can tell the which type of variable it is. Which type of variable it is, either it integer, character, string, float, whatever it is. Okay, Java variables are case sensitive. Is nothing but you should give appropriate name. Variable name should not match with Java keywords or reserved keywords. In Java we have some keywords, right? Super keyword and this keyword, and we have some other keywords we have. While declaring the variable, we should be aware that you should not give the reserved keywords as a variable name. You may have doubts, or how can you know that is a reserved keyword or not? While practicing the Java, you can aware about the reserved keywords and Java keywords. But if you don't know the what are the reserved keywords or Java keywords, it will throw an error. If you by mistake, if you given that reserved keyword as a variable, so it will throw an error that you can't use the reserved keyword as a variables. Then you can change that name into the another name. Okay, that is another option. Must be unique in the scope of declaration. So you should give appropriate scope for that variable. So for example, if you give inside the main function, the scope of the a will be main function only. Here there is a code, right? So if you give here int space a equal to 10, if you give like this, so you can access the value of, you can print the value of a inside this main only. Inside this main only, you can't access here. If I try to access here, it will throw an error. You can see system dot out dot println. There I am trying to access a. It will throw an error. It will throw an error because why? This a is out of scope. If I keep the same statement in the here, no error because the a scope is there inside the main function. Inside the main function. Okay, getting guys the scope. Getting or not, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
And next one is variable names must not exceed 255 characters. If you may have doubts, sir, here using single letter, how can we take 255? While working in the real time, the variable names will be length of the variable names will be more. Okay, so the value stored in the variable can be changed during the program execution. While executing a program also, you can change the value of the variable. So here you can see that how many types of variables we have. Local variable, instance variable, class or static variable. Local variable is a declared in methods or blocks, same as like here I mentioned, right? Int a equal to 10. It was mentioned inside the method, main method, right? So here that's what I'm telling. Local variable is declared in methods or blocks. Instant variables are declared inside the class but outside the body of the method. It means that here inside the class, outside the body. It means here we can make int space a equal to 10 like this. Okay, this is called instance variable. Instance variable. Getting guys? Inside were declared inside the class, outside the body.
Yes.
And next one, class or static variables. Class or static variables means the variable that is declared as a static, it can't be local. User can create a single copy of static variable and shared among all the instances of the class. It means that once you give the static, okay, once you give the static, it can't be local. It means that whenever you are giving that variable before the static, it will create a one copy of that variable and it will showed among all the objects of the classes, whatever objects you created. So here I have given the static space int I2 equal to 20. It means that one copy is created here for the I2 and it will be shared among all the objects for the classes. Okay, these are the types of variables we have. And next one is data type. Next one is data type. Let's go to the data types. We have two types of data types mainly, primitive data type and non-primitive data type. Okay, so we have two types of data types mainly. One is primitive and another one is non-primitive. In primitive, again, we have 8 types. In non-primitive, we have only one or two types. In primitive, first one is integer types. First one is integer types. Integer means integer value. So in integer we have byte integer, short integer, integer, long integer. Total four things are there on the integer. You may ask, sir, integer value is integer, but how it was categorized into the four types? It will be purely based on the size. For example, we have 1000. Okay, so I want to store the integer 1000. It will take hardly 4 bytes. 4 bytes memory. 1 byte equal to 8 bits. 4 bytes means how many bits? How many? 4 bytes means how many bits? 1 byte equal to 8 bits. 1 byte equal to 8 bits. Then 4 bytes means 4 8 32, right? So here I am going to store 1000. 1000 requires 32 bits to store a data. Okay, 32 bits is nothing but memory, guys. We are measuring it in the GBs, right? GBs and KBs. Okay, here we can measuring it in the bytes or bits. Okay, 8 bits equal to 1 byte. So why we are using these many types in the integer? This 1000 is required 32. But you, if you declare that long space int long space a equal to 1000. So you mentioned the long. So how many bits it was allocated when you mention long? 64 bits. 64 bits, but I required only 32 bits. If I use the long for this 1000, how much memory is wasted? Almost one time of the memory, 32 bits is wasted out of 64, right? So that's why we are using appropriate integer data types whenever we have the data. Okay, so this is byte integer, short integer, integer, long. All are same, but here all are based on the memory sizes: 8 bits, 16 bits, 32 bits, 64 bits. Okay, these all are called it as a integer types. These all are called it as a integer types. And next one is relational types. Next one is relational types. Relational we have only two. One is float and another one is double. Okay, one is float, another one is double. For float, you are going to give f after the decimal value. So in the float, we are going to assign only two values after the decimal, two values after the decimal. But if it is double, we are going to take all after the decimal. We are going to take all after the decimal point. After the decimal point 1.23f and 123.4567890. Okay, here you see that if it is float, I have taken only two values after point decimal. So but here I have taken all the values. Okay, so if it is double, the memory allocation is 64-bit. If it is float, the memory allocation is a 32-bit. Okay, and next one is character. If you want to assign any character a b c d e f like that, so you can declare that char space variable name equal to which character you are going to assign. The difference between the character and the string is, string we are going to assign in the double quotation, character we are going to assign in the single quotation. Okay, and next one is conditional, very very important on the validations in the Selenium. While validating the data, that boolean data type is very very important. Either it means boolean means whether the result is true or false, whether the result is true or false. For example, in the Selenium test cases, we are going to compare the actual output with the expected output, right? So here how can we take it there? Here is, we already have some expected data. We already have some expected data. So here what we are going to do there is, we are going to create a variable of the boolean space result equal to. Okay, we have assertions concept, asserts dot equals of expected output comma actual output. It means that if both are equal, if both are equal, then it will print say true to that result variable. If both are not equal, then it will print say false. Okay, that is called it as a boolean. And non-primitive, I said same, we have a string space str equal to java world double quotation we mentioned. These are called it as a data types in the Java. Okay, very very important guys, please try to go through this once this class is done. Okay, we have some rules as well in the syntax while writing the Java. We can go through that one as well today. So here you can see what are the syntax rules for Java. Whenever you are writing a program in the Java, you should follow few steps. You should follow few steps. One is, Java is a case sensitive language. Java is a case sensitive language. For example, if that method should be in the small letter only, so you should use small letter only. Method first letter should be the small letter. You should give small letter only. You should not give capital letter. Okay. So as per the rules, you should follow the protocol of the Java. First letter of the class name should be in the uppercase. Here you can see the class name. What is the first letter? L. It is capital, right? So that's what he's telling. Method name should start with a lower letter. Method name is main here. It was started with a small letter or lower letter. And interface name should start with a uppercase letter. Package name should start with a lowercase letter. Here we have a package. That package name is Java Programs. Selenium starts with small letter. That's what he's telling. And next one, constant name should be in the uppercase letter. And Java program file name should exactly match with a class name. So here Java file name is login, right? It should match with the class of the program is login. And next one, Java program execution starts from main method, which is mandatory in every Java program. Zero, every statement should end with semicolon. Every statement should end with semicolon, and code blocks enclosed with a flower brackets. You can observe here in the, every statement is ended with a semicolon or not. Every statement, if you remove that semicolon, it will throw an error. So and last one is, the block should be open with flower brace, closed with flower brace. Here for class also, open with flower brace, closed with flower brace. Okay, that's what he's tell, that the rules of the Java. Rules of the Java. It's okay. I don't want to explain, you guys to run a Java program now. So I will create one. You guys already install the Eclipse. Did I told you to install the Eclipse?
No.
No. Okay, let me open and will show you how to install the Eclipse too. We have a one material Selenium WebDriver Eclipse. There you can know how to install the Selenium, how to install the Java, how to install the Eclipse. Okay. So installation of Java JDK, you can follow the procedure here, but as per my suggestion, it's not required to install the Java because now the Java is coming with the Eclipse ID. Eclipse IDE. Okay, so if you want to install Java separately, you can install here. Just go through this link. This page will be opened. There is an option called JDK download. Once you click on that, you can see the different versions of the things. You selected the 16 size. In the 16 size, you have these many Linux, Windows, 64-bit, 32-bit, and we have Mac as two. And you guys can check the versions and you can download it and launch the advanced system setting and click on the environment variables and you can set up the Java home over there. See program file Java JDK and click on OK. And then okay, then you can set up the home. So how you can set up the home? First you should check where the Java is downloaded in your laptop. Okay, so for example, in this I have shown that in program file Java JDK will be there. So let me check where I installed, where it was installed. So I'm go to the PC and C drive, program files, and let me check Java is there here or not. Here you can see that Java is there. It will be there under the Java. C program file Java JDK. This is the path. I'm just copying this path and come to the search bar. Click on the environment variables. Click on the environment variables. It's getting loaded, guys. Please be wait. I think it's not working. Let me check it. Had an issue with my laptop. 1 minute, guys. Had an issue with my laptop. So here, whenever you type the environment variables, okay, here whenever you type the environment variables, you will get a environment variables window. So here you can see you will get one window and it should be like this. There you have to mention that variable name as a Java underscore home and variable value which I copied now. Okay, click on OK and save that field and that it's going to be shared. It's going to be saved. But how you can check whether it is installed properly in your laptop or not? So simply you can install that. Go to the CMD command prompt and type java space hyphen version. So it will show that Java is installed in your laptop or not. The Java is installed in my laptop. Okay, so here if you don't want this complex process, then simply you can download the Eclipse. Automatically you will get a Java with embedded in the Eclipse. Okay, but here if you want to run the program in the command prompt, you should download the Java separately. Okay, so for that purpose everything is clearly mentioned in this document. Just go through it and update your laptops with the Java versions. So after that, how you can download Eclipse? This one. Copy this space and paste it on any of your browser. It's up to you. So you can download it from any browser. So here you can see that we have an option download x86 64. Click on this one. the file is going to be downloaded. Once it is downloaded, you can double click and you can install the application. Hope you guys aware, you guys may download some other software also in your laptop previously, right? So it's nothing but difficult. Just click on the download one. It will give a download option. Click. I already have it, so I'm stopping the download here. So once it is installed, double click on this exe file. It will ask few permissions and terms and conditions agree buttons. So whenever you click on that, automatically it's downloaded. Once it downloaded, you guys can go through that. Okay, once it is downloaded, you guys can go through that one. Okay, initially you can see that home page. So there you can select that options will be there. You can select that Eclipse for Java developers. You select that option, the page will be open like this. Okay, so after that what you can do is, I will show you now how to create a Java project. How to create a Java project. You guys can remember, guys, I'm just talking about only Java, not Selenium. Okay. So here, if you want to create a Selenium cases, you people has to install the Selenium jar files. Here, go through this link and select the Java link. Here, I'm going through this link, and here you can select that Java. Click on this 4.18.1. automatically it start downloaded. Okay, so you can extract that file and you can import. I have shown you, right? So where you guys has to import, now itself I will show it that too as well. So click on the file, new, and I am going to create a Java project. I'm giving that project name as a batch number 17. Okay, click as finish. Now you can see one project will be created here, the name of batch 17, you can see, right? So first you guys has to remember that whenever you guys are creating a project in an Eclipse, you should follow a procedure that first you should create a project and then package and then class. Okay, now I'm creating the package, that is second step. Come to new, click on the package, and I'm giving that package name as a, now you guys are preparing the Java. I'm giving Java programs. Here it will throw an error because I already told you the rules. The package name should start with a small letter. Okay. So I'm creating a Java program package. Click on finish. Now you can see that package is a Java program under the SRC. Okay. Okay, guys. Getting or not?
Yes.
Yes.
And right click on the package. Click on new class. Okay, you can create any of the class name. As of now I'm creating hello world message. Hello world message. So I'm giving the class name as a hello, and click public static void main default method if you want. So click on finish. Now the one program is created here. If I print any statement, system dot out dot println, there we can see that I'm giving a message hello world control s, run as Java application. So now you can see that it will print a message hello world. Okay, this is just a Java program. If you want to work with the Selenium, I said that you people have to import the Selenium jars in the project level, right? So I will show you that too as well, how to import. So right click on the batch 17, come to the properties. There Java build path will be there. Click on the class path, and you can see that add external jars. Click on that one, and here I have a jar files which is already downloaded Selenium jars. I just shown you, right, how to install in this. Here you can see, here click on this 4.18.1. This link will be there, and the document will share by tomorrow morning mostly, or tomorrow EOD. So once it is downloaded, you can extract that file. You will get the Selenium jar files. Everyone is doing the common mistake that don't import all like this, which includes the folder. Okay, you can import all the libs jar files which are outside the lib folder first. Okay, you can import all except this lib folder first. Open, it was imported. Click on class path again, add external jars, and now you can click on the lib folder and then you can import inside the lib folder jar files. Open. So apply and close. Now the selenium jars are imported. Once selenium jars are imported, you can see one library here, referenced libraries. You can see all the jar files under there. Okay, so it was downloaded locally. It means that this will be there for only batch 17, what we can say, project. It won't be there for batch 16, right? So in project 11 we are going to import it. Okay, this is all about the common things of configurations about the selenium to practice a programs. And we are left over with one more topic, right? So that is arrays. Very very important topic. Let me get into the arrays concept. We have two types of arrays. First, you should know what is meant by array, right? So let's go to the arrays concept. Yeah. So here array is a collection of similar type. Here you can see that array is a collection of similar type of elements that have a contiguous memory location. So here array means collection of similar items. Now, if you want to store 5 integer values, you can store in the array. You want to store 5 character values, you can store in the array. But here the conditions are you should store only similar type of data. For example, first box you can store the number, second box you can't store the character. Okay, if you stored that number in the first one, all the remaining boxes should be in the numbers only. If you store character in the first one, you should store all the remaining fields in the character only. Okay, that's what he's telling. Similar type of elements that have a contiguous memory location. If you state the simpler type of elements, automatically the memory will be the contiguous. Here you can see first one memory value is 1000. It's a address of the value. One address is 1000. Next I stored two address will be what? The size of memory of integer 2 bytes, right? So here it will stored in the 2. Similarly it will stored in the 4. It will stored in the 6. It will stored in the 8. What is the difference between these two addresses? What is the difference between the two addresses here? 1000 and 1002, 1002 and 1004, 1004 and 1006. What is the difference? 1002 minus 1000.
Two.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes. Two.
Am I audible, guys? Are you interested to learn?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Then why you guys are sitting silent, guys? I'm just asking the difference. 1002 minus 1002.
Two.
Even small kids can tell that one, right? So why you guys are hesitating to give the answers? Please be concentrate in the class. Don't do other works by joining the class. Just joining the class, keeping the mobile or laptop aside and doing your works. It won't make you people to learn, right? So please concentrate on the class while explaining. So here the difference of the first value memory and second value memory is 2. In similar way, the difference of the second and third value memory will be 2. That's what he is telling that contiguous memory location. The difference between two addresses will be the 2. Same. That's called contiguous memory location. Array is a very common type of data structure wherein all elements must be of the same data. The size of array is fixed, can't increase. Once you give that array size as a 10, I'm giving initially that I will store 10 elements in the array. I won't, it's not possible to increase it again to 15. once I declared. Okay, the array index is starts from 0. As I said that this is an array, right? So we have index value to access the data. It will starts from 0, ends from n minus 1. It means that size of that array is 5. 5 minus 1 is 4.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we can store only fixed size of elements. Okay, here we can see that we have two types of arrays. One is single dimensional array and second one is multi-dimensional array. In single dimensional array, we are going to store a linear values like linear one. Multi-dimensional, you guys aware about the matrix, right? While you guys are studying, two dimensional rows will be there, columns will be there. Rows will be there, columns will be there. How many rows? Two rows, columns, three columns. So multi-dimensional is talks about the rows by column. Okay, so that's what here. Two rows will be there, three columns will be there. Okay, so this part is very important. For example, if you are attended for the interview, they will ask you a question like that: can you please write a program, write a Java program to reverse a string. Okay, you can take your own string word. For example, you can take that your name, or else you can take batch 17. Batch 17 is a string I have taken. I want to reverse it now. 7 1 and HCTAB, like that I want to reverse that string. So how can you do? First you should assign that into the character array, right? So how can you do that array? So here int space int array, it's a declaring the array. First you should declare the array, and next you can construct the array. Next you can initialize the array. These are the two three things you people has to follow. First int int space, you can give that array name, and then you can declare the value, and then you can declare the size of that array, and then you can initialize the array 2. Okay,
Yeah.
here you can see int space int array equal to new int array of 0, array of 1. So here let me open this, and we'll create one more file here, array new class, given that name as a array. Click as finish. So now here what you can do is, we have three steps to declare array. So how can you declare? I'm declaring the integer type int space. I'm giving that array name is what I can do, prime. I'm talking about the prime numbers now, so I'm giving that array name as a prime. So okay, I have declared. Now,
Declared.
now I want to construct array. Now I want to construct array. How can I construct? Prime equal to new of int. I'm giving the size. How many prime numbers I want? 5. I'm giving the size.
Yes.
So you can declare. You can give the name. Name is enough. Okay. So the array name. So here you can see the declaration how they give. Okay, guys. So after that, assign the value. What is the array name here? Prime of 0 equal to what you want to store. I want to store value 1. Similarly, prime of
1.
1 equal to, sorry guys, 2. Similarly, same, like I'm just changing the index values and pasting the same. You can write your own 2. So here this is for 2, this is for 3, this is for 4.
Yeah.
Now it was array is declared. Now the array consists 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 is the values of array. So if you want to print any of the type, so for example, I'm printing system dot out dot println. There inside I'm going to give that prime of 4. What it will print? What is the value of this?
One.
1.
One.
One.
One is
One.
going to be printed. One is going to be printed. Okay, so this is the array. So you can do it for the same. You can I will give one program now. Reverse string. Reverse the string by using a array. So how can we do? Can anyone? For example, we have a manual testing, or else selenium is a keyword. I want to reverse that selenium. So how can you do?
Can we write any for statement and decrease the value of any variable like I and then use it I minus 1?
No, no. We can do it in the many ways. So can anyone tell at least one thing? So here we already have a array values here, right? So what we can do is we can use a for loop. Okay, as you are not aware about the loop concept, just I am telling that it's a declaration. I am giving that int space I equal to 4. Okay, and then I greater than or equal to 0, I minus minus. Okay, why I am giving the I minus minus? Here maximum value is 4. I want to do to the next iteration, then I should go through 3, 2, 1, 0, right? So that's why decreasing one value. Because this is for loop concept you will aware about once you guys can go through loop concepts in the tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Here now I am going to print directly. Now I am going to print directly. So what I am going to print, system.out.println, copy, paste here, and here I am giving the value of I. So here what it will print is, it will print 1 to 1, 2 1 is printed. 1 to 1, 2 1 is going to be printed. So here both are same, even if you so let's take this then 3. If I take the 3, then you can get the difference what is the reverse string. Okay, for example, if you take that this array 131 121 is printed without this for loop, right? So now I'm taking that for loop, right? So let's see here what will happen. It will print reverse. First it will print one value. This is for this one. Let's delete this one and just run it. You can see that 12131 is printed. 12131 is printed. So here, sorry guys, here you can see that what is printed first. 13121 is a common one, but it was printed reverse 12131. I just reversed this with the help of the for loop. With the help of the for loop.
For loop.
Getting or not, guys? Here, this is the initialization. This is the condition, and last one is a increment or decrement operator. So initially I declare the variable I equal to 4. That 4 is greater than 0. Condition true. and then come inside. Once the condition is passed, it will come to the inside and it will print prime of I. What is the I value? 4. Prime of 4 is 1 is printed. So once the first iteration is done, then this decrement operator is used. I is decreased to the 4, 4 to 3. I minus minus means I equal to I minus 1. I equal to I minus 1 is I is 4, 4 minus 1, I becomes 3 in the second iteration. 3 greater than or equal to 0. Print of 3. 2 is printed. Again 3 becomes 2. Print of 2. 2 becomes 1. Print of prime of 1. 1 becomes 0. Prime of 0. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1 is printed. Clear? Clear or not, guys?
Yes, clear.
Your voices are not clear, guys. Please speak loud.
Yes, yes, it's clear.
Okay, good. Any more doubts so far? Any more doubts so far, guys? I will share these materials tomorrow. Okay. Okay. So if you are not speaking means you don't have any doubts, right? So we are done with these topics today. Variables, data types, and array. Tomorrow we are going to see conditional statements and loops. Okay. So we have if else if, nested if, switch, continue, and the loops we have for loop, do while loop, nested for loop, while loop we have 4 to 5. So we are going to discuss all in the tomorrow session. Okay. Please be download Eclipse in your laptop and make it ready for practice. I will give some practice programs too. Okay. Once tomorrow looping concept is done, we'll give 3 to 4 programs to you guys to practice. Okay. The people who practicing Java programs well can clear the interviews very easily. Okay, so I'm sure and I'm giving assurance that if you practice Java programs well, 50 to 60% of your interview is done. Okay, just they will check the logic building, how you are writing the logic. That's it. Okay, guys, am I done?
Yeah.
Do you need any more doubts, clarification? Sweta, Harshit, Sandhya, Nihal.
Good. We are good.
No. No.
Uh, So thank you all. Have a nice day. We'll meet you
No,
all
sir.
again. Yeah, Harshit, you have any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, cool. So thank you all. Have a nice day. We'll
Thank you.
meet you all again tomorrow at the same time.
Thank you.